like the time you went and got, and I won't say their name, you went and got a couple niggas, you know these my too. You tell them you got a problem, they jump in the car, they don't know who you got a problem with. They get down there as Dame.
Move, Chrissy! Chrissy, move, Chrissy!
You bought Dame to jump Dame Dash? Really? Dame Dash, you couldn't fight Dame Dash? Lucky the nigga that you bought was like, oh shit, hold on, I thought we was coming for some real beef. This Dame Dash. But Dame ain't no sucker. Dame was ready to fight all three of y'all. And then when Dame ain't realized, but Dame realized the other two niggas wasn't doing it, he said, I want to fight you. You said, I don't fight. Dame said, why you got muscles? You said, I got muscles to look good. You know why I know? Because it's on tape. Did I put the tape out? Did I tell niggas put that tape out? Because Dame was stunned. Dame said, yo, get the f off my block. Y'all niggas ain't to do nothing. Dame was in downtown on Orchard Street acting like he was in Harlem and told, yo, get the f off my block. I told don't put that tape out, man. It ain't worth it.
This story is bubbling back up for a reason, and the timing is wild. An old clip just resurfaced, and suddenly the spotlight is back on the long-standing tension between Camron, Jim Jones, and Dame Dash. What people brushed off years ago is now being rewatched with fresh eyes, and it's raising some uncomfortable questions that never really went away. Because when this clip hits again, it doesn't feel like old drama. It feels like unfinished business. The footage brings back a moment that had Harlem talking behind closed doors, but now it's front and center for everybody to see. And once you hear what Cam had to say after this video popped back up, the whole situation starts looking very different. This isn't about rumors or internet talk either. This is about who stood firm, who needed backup, and who really wanted no part of a one-on-one when things got too real. Before we even break down the footage itself, you need to hear Cam's side, because according to him, the truth was always there. It just got ignored until now.
Turn him around, nigga. I'm gonna take one. There it is. Come on, baby, you gotta get up.
And that's exactly where this story starts heating up. Cam didn't sugarcoat anything when this came back up, and his tone said it all. Once that old clip resurfaced, Cam made it clear that what people were seeing now was exactly what he remembered back then. He described the situation as someone going out to get backup without even fully explaining who the real issue was with, and that detail matters more than ever now. As Cam put it, like the time you went and got, and I won't say they name, you went and got a couple, nigga know these. You tell them you got a problem. They jump in the car. They don't know who you got a problem with. That right there set the whole tone. According to Cam, once everybody actually pulled up and realized who the problem was with, the energy changed instantly. Cam explained that when they got down there and saw it was Dame Dash, it wasn't what they expected at all. In his words, the reaction was basically, oh shit, hold on, I thought we was coming for some real beef. This Dame Dash. And that moment says everything. This wasn't a random situation, and Dame wasn't someone people felt comfortable pressing just because they showed up deep. That's when Cam made it clear that Dame wasn't backing down either. He stressed that Dame wasn't scared, wasn't folding, and was ready to fight all three if that's what it came to.
Never sit me down. He came down out his house to try to disrespect me. And now he got to eat that when he's not mad. You gonna remember that shit? I bet you do. Your friends are shaming you right now. Your friends are shaming you right now.
No, they're not.
They telling you to go sleep on your own
These
shit.
niggas don't care about you at all, man.
They care about the way you act.
Trust me, they don't care about you, nigga. They care about what I do, nigga. Remember that, nigga.
The truck. If you're not doing that, let's not do it. If we doing it, let's get it over. I ain't got all day.
Exactly. We're not.
Let me do what I need to do.
We're not doing anything.
I ain't got all day. If I'm gonna take a beat down, let me take it. If I'm gonna look good while I get it, let's go. Let's go. I'm ready.
Old ass aside.
I'm right here. I ain't going nowhere till I go. Get off my block then.
You can't do nothing.
Get off
with
my
these
block
niggas.
then. I can do for you.
You can't do nothing with these niggas.
It was like some fights you just don't even be proud of. I mean, put it like this. When that happened, we all had it on tape a long time ago, but collectively, it just seemed embarrassing for Harlem. And, for me, family, if we truly are family, should be kept, families fight, but the rest of the world don't need to see that. But, I just felt real disrespected that he had brought some people down to even think about doing something to me. And my girl was out there, his girl was out there. But it was like some fights you just don't even be proud of. It's like being your child. So you don't be like, yo, I just spanked my kid. And I'm not saying my child, but I know him young, and it's like to see that version of him is a lot different. But either way, as a man, somebody comes to your establishment, it'd be like someone coming in here. Was the reason why when I had a barbershop, I would feel any kind of violation in the barbershop was a violation to me. Like, this is my spot, you gotta take that up. And if you did something like rob somebody in my spot, now I got to come see you. So I'm like, man, I get in so much trouble when I'm outside because I feel like I'd rather go out on my shield and get beat up. I have to get beat up before, especially if it ain't no guns or nothing, before I'm gonna just let somebody straight disrespect me. Or like, if somebody goes stick them up, pause, like that, I gotta see the gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, show me the gun. I'll give it to you, but just show me.
I'm gonna give it to you.
But just show me a gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna give you.
Before we hear Wack weigh in on the situation, let's hear what Jim has to say about Dame.
Jim, what Dame impact was on the Dipset?
Dame's impact on the Dipset was nothing.
What his impact was in Harlem?
Dame impact in Harlem was nothing. Not to say it like that. Dame came up under hustlers. That impact was it. He was a little dude when it came to hustling in Harlem. He wasn't not no Rich Porter, none of that type of. He wanted to hustle. He wanted to hustle for niggas like Rich Porter and shit like that. Dame from the East Side. When the niggas on the East Side is different from the niggas from the West Side. Now for the East Side, Dame was a big deal to us because we were little when he was coming from the West Side, little car, jewelry, and all that. So when you're young, he's little.
This is why Cam keeps saying the story never changed, and why he believes both him and Dame were telling the truth from day one. And once you hear it laid out like this, it starts making sense why Jim Jones might have wanted no part of a straight one-on-one. When things got real, this is where the story really starts looking uncomfortable, because the details don't line up the way they were sold back then. Once everyone realized who the situation was actually with, the energy shifted from aggressive to hesitant real fast. What was supposed to be pressure suddenly turned into confusion, and that's when the whole jump conversation started following Jim around. The big question people kept asking was simple. If it was really that serious, why bring extra people instead of handling it face to face? That's the part Cam keeps circling back to, because once it was clear this was Dame Dash, the plan didn't seem as solid anymore. Dame wasn't ducking smoke, and according to Cam, he was ready to handle whoever stepped up. And that's where the one-on-one issue comes in.
Cam and Dame walking in the building. Dame said, you a worker now?
Yo.
You a pumper.
Yo,
you pumping for Kevin Lyles. Cam always want to interject. You was Leo dude boy. That's why you had so much envy towards him, because you're not nobody boss in that situation.
That's right.
Leo was your boss.
That's right.
While you walked in that building with me, somebody else was your boss.
Everybody got a boss.
Rockefeller was a label. There was somebody else that was your boss. So you walked into a building where I became a big executive and tell me what I'm doing is wrong. Take that knowledge that I had there and moving on and end up with the record called Ballin'. So the joke ended up being on them.
That's right.
When Dame pushed for a straight fight, the response wasn't what anyone expected. Instead of squaring up, the situation stalled, and that hesitation spoke louder than words. In street logic, that's not how confidence looks, especially when numbers were already on your side. This moment didn't just embarrass one person, it embarrassed the whole situation. People from Harlem saw it as unnecessary, sloppy, and avoidable. And once you understand that part, it becomes a lot clearer why this clip sat unreleased for so long, and why seeing it now is reopening a conversation nobody really wants to have again.
Well, what does that mean, stand on business? Y'all get, maybe I'm hearing this. So what does that mean?
Shit, that said I'm not going. I don't give a fuck if you get him to jump me, nigga. I'm not finna leave, nigga. So he stood on what he said. He pulled up.
Stand on business. Oh, so I guess it was stay down, show some heart. He didn't run.
Do it first.
Stood on business. Not because these nothing ass say this word so much, it didn't devalue it. So now when I hear it, it sounds crazy. Be sitting here living at their auntie house, got an outfit from the welfare check, and then talking about standing on business.
Yeah, that shit watered down on God. Everybody be saying stand on business. That shit watered down.
It started to irritate me. And I think because it really wasn't a word from our side, I didn't hear too many homies even really embracing that shit.
Nope.
It's just, I stand up. They gotta come up with some new shit. That one stood on business. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, Dame old, he from Harlem. He got out there in the middle of the street. Once he got out there in the middle of the street, shit, it was what it was.
Hey, he wasn't going though. Shit, Jimmy turned it down.
No, he definitely did that.
One thing that barely gets talked about, but matters a lot here, is Dame's hands. This isn't just hype or tough talk. This is about why the one-on-one never really happened in the first place. When people act like Dame was some easy target, they ignore a big piece of the story that's sitting right on camera. In the Resurfaced clip, you see Dame Dash stepping into the ring with a professional boxer and holding his own. No fear, no backing up, no panic. That clip alone explains why the energy changed once things got real, because Dame wasn't bluffing and he wasn't depending on anybody else to jump in for him. That's why Cam's words hit harder now. When someone is confident enough to stand in front of a trained fighter and not fold, it reframes the whole situation. This wasn't about ego or loud talking. This was about knowing what you're capable of and standing on it.
I really ain't got no comment. I haven't really been on the same page with Dame for a bunch of years now and shit like that. I mean, like, I wish nothing bad on nobody, bro. You dig? And we all gotta face our own shit. You dig? I can't tell you this, that he's a very smart man, so I'm hoping he's smart enough to figure out his ways to bounce back. You dig? That's just that. Cause ain't nobody gonna come save you out here. When the quicker you learn that, the quicker you'll be able to bounce back. There's $1 billion involved and you ain't got none. How would you feel? Hey man, shit happens, man, but it's not me to I'm just talking about common sense, man. Anybody can look at this and be like, damn. One nigga got $1 billion, one nigga broke. How would you feel if you broke? You can't feel good, you heard? And we are grown men. Let's keep it a buck. We are all grown men. And everybody makes their own decisions. I don't know them people ins and outs, but clearly people made decisions that got them to where they at. I can't tell you this. I don't want to get on that, but I can tell you some life shit. While you popping and going up, they let you do everything. You can give people your ass to kiss. But what you're not anticipating when you're on top of the world is that shit might end up going back down. And when it goes back down, them same people gonna be on them same floors that you was giving your ass to kiss. And while you're going down, guess what they're gonna do for you? Give you ass to kiss. Get out of here, beat it. It's natural. It's your life. You dig? The same energy you give me, the same energy I'm gonna put out. You hear? And that's just in life. Because I've been through that. I've been that person that was so ignorant and just dumb to the fact of reality, because I've been jaded by entertainment and success and money and shit like that, and not seeing shit that I'm doing that could really affect me in the long run as a person and as an artist and shit like that. And I had to learn the hard way. By the grace of God, I was able to persevere, be resilient, and know I had to take my second chance, because they definitely ain't giving you one, and they ain't give me one.
Seeing that footage today makes a lot of people connect the dots. It explains the hesitation, the stalling, and why a clean one-on-one never went down. And once you clock that, the idea of trying to move with numbers instead of skill starts making a lot more sense. Once Jim finally spoke on Dame, his tone felt completely different from Cam's version of events. Instead of focusing on that night, he zoomed out and started talking about impact, legacy, and who really mattered back then. And the way he framed it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Jim flat out said that Dame's impact on Dipset was nothing, and even went as far as saying Dame's impact in Harlem was minimal too. He made it sound like Dame was around hustlers, but never really that guy himself. According to Jim, Dame came up under certain people and wanted to hustle for others, not as a leader, but as someone trying to find a lane. Jim also drew a sharp line between East Side and West Side Harlem, explaining that Dame looked bigger to younger guys simply because of jewelry and presence at the time. But then he flipped it and said when they walked into buildings together, the power dynamics were different. Jim claimed he became an executive while Dame was still answering to bosses, which he made clear was the real source of tension. To Jim, that's where the envy came from, not fear or hesitation. But with the resurfaced footage now circulating, people are questioning whether those words line up with what actually happened when things turned physical. Now that this old footage is back in rotation, a lot of past comments are starting to sound different. Jim's words from that Art of Dialogue interview didn't age quietly, especially knowing what we know now. At the time, it felt like regular commentary, but looking back, some people see it as subtle frustration leaking out, especially after that night didn't go the way it was supposed to. Jim said he wished nothing bad on Dame and spoke about people having to face their own decisions, but the tone felt cold and distant. He talked about how nobody comes to save you, how relationships change when money disappears, and how fast the same people cheering you on will turn their backs. Hearing that now, after watching the resurfaced clip, makes people wonder if that was really just general advice, or something more personal. Because when you line everything up, the attempt to apply pressure, the stalled one-on-one, the later comments about downfall, it starts feeling like unfinished tension instead of coincidence. That's why this resurfaced clip matters so much right now. It reopens questions about pride, hierarchy, and who really stood on what when things stopped being talk. So now it's on you. Was this about ego, embarrassment, or old resentment that never got resolved? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like if this breakdown added clarity, and subscribe to Dripzine for more stories like this. And make sure you check out the next video, because the way Cam and Maze used to treat Jim might explain why he wanted that get back so bad.
First day of my new job. Sometimes you just gotta get your hands dirty yourself. You heard? But I will be doing construction.
Cartwheel.
Cartwheels.
Who got a cartwheel for me?
It's like an actual 360-degree spin if you're not from the site for cultures.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, we gonna get the cartwheels going.
I bet.
Jimmy, let me see your car. Let me see what's going on. It's my man.
Your one hand joint.
Yeah.
We don't need you.
Why?
Cause when it come to Jimmy, my name's Me Too. Cause when he got cash, I was like, Me Too. Hey, put your hands up, and you do the patty cake. Put your hands up, and you do the patty cake. Put your hands up. Whoa, whoa, whoa.